What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real Talk Boxing is a privilege, an honor, and a blessing to be back with you beautiful people once again. Tyron Woodley. Floyd said, hey, man, we want to get him in there and train. I want to train him for this fight. Now, I mean, we've seen a little bit of footage. We've seen pictures and posts of Floyd and Woodley in the ring. How much time they've spent together training, I don't know. I have no idea. But Floyd is a man of his word. I mean, he's with Tyron training him. And I think that is very, very important for Tyron Woodley. Now, Tyron says, I haven't even really posted the real training. I've given y'all little sneak peeks of what I'm doing. But if I post the real training, you know, somebody might punk out and not want to fight. Meaning Jake. But I'm very glad that this process has been put in motion, because I feel that Tyron really needed it. I think the more time he spends with Floyd, the better. I think everything that he could possibly learn from Floyd and his team, he should. Because I think he's going to need everything in order to carry out a victory against Jake Paul. Honestly. And that's crazy that I'm saying that, because 6 months ago I would be like, you know, it's an easy win for Woodley. But you just never know. You know, Jake is much like Floyd. He picks opponents for a reason. And they're always shorter and smaller. But sometimes you can make a wrong pick. Now, is Tyron Woodley the wrong pick for Jake? Possibly. Is everything that he's learning and going to learn from Floyd going to secure him a win against Jake? I'm going to say no, it's not. It's still, in my opinion, a 50-50 fight, because it's not like Jake's just sitting around eating bonbons and pizza and french fries and not training. Jake's going to do what Jake's always done, that puts him a step ahead of the rest of the YouTubers. It's train and home in on his craft and hopefully continue to get better. I mean, we don't have to see Jake training. We don't have to see postings of Jake training. We know that Jake's training. He's been doing it from the jump. And don't act like that this isn't his biggest step up in competition, because it is. He's actually fighting a fighter. He's a mixed martial artist, but he's still a fighter. You know, we can say, well, he already fought a fighter in Ben Askren. Yeah, you can say that, and that's factual, but you know what I'm saying? So look, I like the interview that I saw with Tyron Woodley. I believe it was Fight Hub TV. Tyron said, listen, man, I'm learning so much. He said the first thing I did with Floyd was I shadowboxed for an hour straight. He said, now a lot of y'all gonna hate on that like that ain't nothing. He said, but shadowbox for 10 minutes straight and then come talk to me. He's not lying. If you're shadowboxing the correct way, not the way that's comfortable to you, not the way that you can reserve energy, when you're shadowboxing the right way, 10 minutes straight, yes, you're going to be burning. You're going to be hurting. You might even cramp up if you're not used to it, definitely. He said there's so many things that he's showing me on the bag. He said, we fight the bag. We don't box the bag. We box the hand mitts, but we fight the bag. He said, I want intensity on this heavy bag. And if you watch Floyd punch the heavy bag, it's not just it's constant punching. The whole round. Constant punching. And I picked that up from Floyd, and that's how I work the bag. That's genuinely how I work the bag, unless I want to home in on a certain punch or really pivot and plant on a power shot that I'm trying to perfect or get better at. But for the most part, that's how you should work the bag. You fight the bag intensely. You understand what I'm saying? And he's like, listen, Tyron, you're the fighter. He's not a fighter. Don't waste your energy on wasted movement. Not only know how to throw the punch fast, correct, hard, he said, but know when to throw the punch. I was told that years ago back in Grand Rapids, Michigan. You got to know when to throw the punch. All that other stuff is great, yeah, but you have to know when to throw it. And this is the type of stuff that Floyd is telling Tyron Woodley. And that's trainer stuff, y'all. Them gyms. That's like very important to know. The foot placement. Bend your knees. When you're throwing a punch with your knees locked, that's an arm punch. The power is going to be cut off half, probably even more, if you don't bend those knees. You got to bend the knees on the inside to get that serious foundation, that iron hard stance. And this is the stuff that's being passed along to Tyron Woodley from Floyd Mayweather, along with a lot of other stuff. And I guarantee you, defense is going to be the main part. It doesn't matter how hard you hit. We all know that Jake Paul has that right hand. I don't care if it's a looping overhand right or a straight right. We all know the power's there, but if he can't connect, what good is it? And I can guarantee you Floyd Mayweather is going to home in on that. I'm excited. You know, the more I hear about this, the more confident I am with Tyron Woodley beating Jake Paul. But is this a clear-cut case? The training that he's getting, the info that he's getting from Floyd Mayweather is gonna warrant him a win against Jake? No, because Jake's still doing his thing, and Jake's still dangerous. YouTuber or not, it's gonna take everything for Tyron Woodley to beat this kid that he's being shown by Mayweather, and everything in his heart. It's not gonna be easy. I just feel like it's not gonna be easy. If Tyron Woodley ends up beating Jake Paul easy, I will be surprised. I will thoroughly be surprised, but it's still, in my opinion, it's a 50-50 fight. And I'm still excited to see it. I know a lot of other people aren't, but I am. I think it's going to be fireworks. And we're going to learn a whole lot about Jake Paul, because I think he's going to be taking to distance in this fight. We're going to find out what type of heart Jake Paul has, if he has any heart at all. Because judging by his former opponents, he really hadn't had to have that much heart. Just be in shape and have a certain amount of skills. But from all the guys that he fought before into Tyron Woodley, it's night and day. Night and day difference. Do not forget that. I'm not sleeping on either one of these fighters. Both of them have a great chance of winning. But we're going to see what type of heart Jake has in this fight, because I think win, lose, or draw, Tyron Woodley is going to push him. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Even if you don't, comment down below and try to tell me something. Let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all. Fear none. God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. We up and we out of here.